10 Golden Rules for Good Health. The age of a person has no big significance when they are both mentally and physically healthy. The workdays, nonetheless, could be extremely burdened and still would not feel overwhelmed at the end of the workday, but full of optimism and plans for the next one. Let me sharing this inspiring quote with you. Our bodies are like gardens, and our willpower is like the gardener. Shakespeare. Think about that, and let it resonate for a second. All right, we are good to go to check on which are the 10 golden rules for good health. 1. Drink 3 times more liquids, water, preferably. When we move, lift something, or undertake any kind of physical activity, the human body temperature starts to increase. To prevent us from overheating, we start sweating, so the body can cool down a bit. Furthermore, our body not only starts to cool down, but starts to dehydrate as well. That is why it is very important to drink as many liquids as possible. 2. Movement equals better life. Basically, those who exercise a lot have better live. It is important to know how to move properly, without pressure on the human engine support apparatus. Use mainly your own weight when exercising. As simple as that. 3. Positive thinking. I think right, therefore I live right. I think positively, and live positively. I think for the good of myself, and of the others, therefore, the others think for the good of me. I do not respond to evil with evil because I just amplify it. Positive thinking, a positive outcome. Think before you think. That is why man is called a reasonable being. 4. Who does not plan, plans to fail. Make a schedule. In ancient Greece, there are 2 extreme definitions for what the world is: chaos and space, order and disorder. That's called duality. Put your life in order, and you will see it flourishing. 5. Eat, drink and use only natural substances. I do this on a daily basis. I use nothing but only natural stuff. It is really hard, and I struggle with finding, for example, organic products, and sometimes can't cope with it, but I try. I always try. God has created for us everything, and it is our choice whether we are going to take an advantage of that or not. Organic, which our body is, cannot sustain and live longer if treating it inorganically. 6. Spend at least a day per week entirely submersed in the nature. No sources of information, no mobile phones, no music. Merely the sound of the forest and the nature. We were born adhering to a natural law, and the earth is our mother. You may not have Wi-Fi in the forest, but you will feel a better connection with everything. 7. Control your breathing. Do not let it control you. Do not forget that our breathing is in the foundation of our body, that our body's energy comes mainly from the oxygen. If you do not breathe correctly, abdominal, how do you expect to be healthy? 8. Chew the solid food well. It's been known for years that chewing your food well is important and can do more good than swallowing whole bites. Logical, isn't it? Eating more slowly benefits your health in every aspect. Particularly, when it comes down to solid foods, they have to be chewed until they become liquid and then swallowed. 9. Keep the liquids and soft food in your mouth for longer. It is important that you keep the food in your mouth for longer. Even if fluidity, you may want to do this because when you chew the food and keep it in your mouth for longer, it acquires body temperature and thereby spares a stomach. 10. Trust but verify. Even everything that's been saying so far, all these pieces of wisdom, extracted from the memory of the millenniums, must be checked by you, personally. Always seek the deepest truth about your life and health, and not the concept made up by someone else for you. Try and see the results.